The angle between the two surfaces is defined to be equal to the angle between their normals. So whenever they give you two surfaces which are of the form phi1 of xyz equal to c1 and phi2 of xyz equal to c2, and if they ask you to find the angle between those two surfaces, we use this note. That is, the angle between those two surfaces will be same as the angle between their normals. So if you calculate the vector normal for this one, and if you find the vector normal for this scalar function over here, and if you calculate the angle between those two vector normals, then that angle will be same as the angle between these two surfaces. So to find the angle between the two surfaces which are given, we use this formula, that is cos theta equal to del phi 1 dot product with del phi 2 divided by magnitude of del phi 1 multiplied with magnitude of del phi 2, where theta is the angle between the normals. So now here, based on this formula, there are few things which you have to note. That is, if theta takes the value pi by 2, then what do you get here? You get cos of pi by 2. What is cos pi by 2? That's equal to 0. So you get 0 equal to del phi 1 dot product with del phi 2 divided by magnitude of del phi 1 with magnitude of del phi 2. So it will be 0 into this term. So if you take this term over here, it becomes 0. So what you get is, when theta is equal to pi by 2, you get del phi 1 dot product with del phi 2 equal to 0. So for any two surfaces, if this condition is true, we say that the surfaces intersect each other orthogonally, or we can even say that the surfaces intersect at right angles, or the angle of intersection between those two surfaces is equal to 90 degree. Let's solve a few problems here. Find the angle between the surfaces x square plus y square plus z square equal to 9 and z equal to x square plus y square minus 3 at the point 2 minus 1 2. So now we already know how to find the angle between the two surfaces. We have to first calculate del phi 1, we have to find del phi 2, we have to take the magnitudes and then use the formula. So first let's take the first surface. Let phi 1 be equal to x square plus y square plus z square. If you want, you can take that term 9, but since it is a constant and when differentiating, the term will be eliminated, so I'm not considering that. So let phi 1 be equal to x square plus y square plus z square. Next thing which I want to calculate here is del phi 1, that's equal to dou phi 1 by dou x I cap plus dou phi 1 by dou y j cap plus dou phi 1 by dou z k cap. So let's find that. So I should be getting del phi 1 equal to dou phi 1 by dou x should be 2x I cap. Here it should be 2y j cap, and here of course it is 2z k cap. Now what I want to calculate is, I want to find the value of, or I want to get the angle between these two surfaces at the given point. And what is the value of that given point here? The given point here is 2 minus 1 2. So put x is equal to 2, y is equal to minus 1 and z is equal to 2. So I should get 4 I cap. Here I should get minus 2 j cap plus here I get 4 k cap. Let's calculate the magnitude also. So magnitude of del phi 1 should be equal to square root of 4 square is 16, 2 square is 4, and here again 4 square will be 16. So what do I get? 16 plus 16 is 32 plus 4 36. Root of 36, which is 6. So I'm done with the first surface now. Let's take the second surface. So let's take the second surface phi 2 as x square plus y square. Bring the term of z to the RHS. So you get minus z. I'm not considering minus 3 here because if you differentiate, your answer should be equal to 0. So let's take the second surface as x square plus y square minus z. Now let's find the value of del phi 2. So del phi 2 should be equal to dou phi 2 by dou x I cap plus dou phi 2 by dou y j cap plus dou phi 2 by dou z k cap. So let's calculate the value. So del phi 2 here must be equal to, if you differentiate the term with respect to x, I should get 2x I cap. Here I should get 2y j cap, and here I should get minus 1 into k cap. Now del phi 2 is also done. You have to find the value of del phi 2 at the given point. The given point here is 2 minus 1 2. So if you do that, you should get 2 into 2 4 I cap. Here I think I get minus 2 j cap, and here it is of course minus k cap because you don't have to substitute anything. The term is already calculated. So what is the value of magnitude in this? The value of magnitude of del phi 2 should be equal to square root of 4 square is 16, 2 square is 4, and here I should get 1. So I get 16 plus 4, 20, root of 21. So now let's use the formula to find the angle between the two surfaces. We know that the angle between the two surfaces, phi 1 and phi 2, will be same as the angle between the vector normals between the surfaces phi 1 and phi 2. So to calculate the angle between the surfaces, let's use the formula cos theta equal to del phi 1 dot product with del phi 2 divided by magnitude of del phi 1 multiplied with magnitude of del phi 2. So let's calculate that. Del phi 1 at the given point is 4i minus 2j plus 4k cap, and here del phi 2 at the given point is calculated 4i cap minus 2j cap minus k cap. So what you are doing is you are finding the dot product of this vector with this vector. So what is your numerator? 4 into 4, that should be 16, minus 2 into minus 2 should be plus 4, then 4 into minus 1, so I think you get minus 4 here, divided by the magnitudes. Magnitude of del phi 1 is already calculated, it is 6, and the second one is root 21. So here I can cancel this minus 4 with this plus 4. So I think my answer should be 16 divided by 6 into root of 21. 16 and this 6 you can cancel using 2. So I get 2 3, and here I get 2 8. So what is cos theta? Cos theta is equal to 8 by 3 into root of 21. So what should be theta? Theta must be equal to cos inverse of 8 by 3 into root of 21. The first problem is done. Let's solve the second one similarly. The next problem here is find the angle between the normals to the surface xy equal to z square at the point 4 1 2 and 3 3 minus 3. In the previous problem, they had given you two different surfaces with one point. In this problem, they have given you a single surface, that is xy equal to z square is the given surface here, and they have given you two different points. So now here, how do we solve this? Take the given surface phi equal to xy minus z square, and we know that del phi is a vector normal to the surface because they have mentioned here angle between the normals. So we have to find del phi first. What is del phi equal to? Del phi is equal to dou phi by dou x I cap plus dou phi by dou y j cap plus dou phi by dou z k cap. So differentiate phi with respect to x first. So that should give you y into I cap. Differentiate phi with respect to y, that should give you plus x j cap. And if you differentiate phi with respect to z, you get minus 2z multiplied with k cap. So this is the value of del phi. Now we have to find the value of del phi at the given 2 points so that you can get two different surfaces, or you can get two different vector normals. So now at the first point, that is 4, 1, 2, the value of del phi will be I cap plus 4j cap minus 4k cap. Let's call this as vector A. Now let's calculate the value of del phi at the second point which is given, that is 3, 3, minus 3. So put y equal to 3, x equal to 3 and z is equal to minus 3. So if you calculate the value of del phi at this point, the answer should be 3i cap plus 3j cap plus 6k cap. And let's call it as vector B. Now if you want to find the angle between these two vectors A and B, then cos theta is equal to vector A dot product with vector B divided by magnitude of vector A into magnitude of vector B. If you want, I'll just calculate the magnitude of vector A here. Magnitude of vector A will be equal to square root of 1 plus 16 plus 16 here. So that should be 32 plus 1. So I think you should get root 33 here. 16 plus 16 is 32 plus 1. And here I get root 33. And magnitude of vector B, that should be equal to square root of 3 square is 9. Again 3 square is 9. Plus 6 square is 36. So I get 9 plus 9, 18. 18 plus 36 should be 54. So I think I get root of 54 here. Of course, you can take root 33 as, how do you write this? You can write 3 into 11 here, and here you can write 54 as 9 into 6. So you can simplify and solve it. So now let's calculate the value of cos theta. Cos theta will be equal to vector A dot product with vector B divided by magnitude of vector A with magnitude of vector B. So first let's find the dot product between these two vectors. So 1 into 3, 3, 4 into 3, 12, minus 4 into 6 is minus 24. So that's your numerator, divided by magnitude of vector A, that's here, root 33, and the magnitude of vector B is already calculated, root 54. So solve it, simplify it. When you simplify, the answer for cos theta will be equal to minus 1 by root of 22. If cos theta is equal to minus 1 by root 22, what will be theta? Theta will be equal to, take this cosine function to the RHS, you get cosine inverse of minus 1 by root of 22. Or you can even stop here. If you want to continue further, you can use the properties of inverse cosine function. So you can write the value of theta also in the form theta equal to pi plus or minus cosine inverse of 1 by root of 22. That is, if you want to express this inverse cosine function as a positive term, then you can use this formula. Or you can even stop your answer here at the calculation of cos theta. The next topic is directional derivative. So if they give you one surface phi of xyz, then directional derivative of phi of xyz along the given direction vector d can be calculated by using the formula del phi dot product with n cap, where n cap is equal to this direction vector which is given to you divided by magnitude of that direction vector. This topic is really important. In this, they will give you one surface phi. So first of all, you calculate the value of del phi or gradient of phi, and also check whether they have given you some points here. So using that, find the value of del phi. Then you calculate n cap. N cap is equal to, they will give you one vector with the vector d. Using that vector d, find magnitude of vector d and then find n cap. If you want to find the directional derivative, then the formula is del phi dot product with n cap. Then this is one important note here. For today's problems, I won't be using this. For the next problems, I'll be using this note here. the directional derivative is maximum along del phi. That is, you can even say that the directional derivative is maximum along the gradient, along gradient of phi, and its maximum value is equal to magnitude of del phi. Let's solve the first problem. Find the directional derivatives of the following. In that first one is phi equal to x square yz plus 4xz square at the point 1 minus 2 minus 1 along 2I minus j minus 2k. So they have given you the value of phi in this. First of all, to find the value of directional derivative, what do we calculate? We find the value of del phi. So phi is given. Let's write what is del phi. Del phi is equal to dou phi by dou x I cap plus dou phi by dou y j cap plus dou phi by dou z k cap. So let's find that. So what is del phi here now? If you differentiate phi with respect to x, I think you get 2xyz here, plus from this you should be getting 4z square multiplied with I cap. Dou phi by dou y should be x square z plus in the next term I don't have any term of y, so I can stop here, into j cap plus dou phi by dou z. So if you differentiate phi with respect to z, you get x square y, and here z square differentiation is 2z. So I think I get 4 into 2, that is 8x z here. Yeah, you get 8xz into k cap. Check the answer again. You get 2xyz plus 4z square I cap plus x square z j cap plus x square y plus 8xz k cap. Now let's calculate the value of del phi at the given point. At the given point here is 1, minus 2 and minus 1. So put x is equal to 1, y is equal to minus 2 and z is equal to minus 1 in the above expression. So when you do that, your answer should be 8I, then you get minus j, and you get minus 10k. You can check that. You get 2 into 1, 2. Here you get minus 2, and here you get minus 1. So what you get here is plus 4. Here also you get plus 4. So you get 4 plus 4, 8. Then here you have x square into z. So x square is 1, z is minus 1. So here you get minus 1 j cap. X square y. X square is 1 and y is minus 2. So this term here becomes minus 2. 8xz. X is 1 and z is minus 1. So I think here you should be getting minus 8. Minus 8 and minus 2. So that should be minus 10 k cap. So del phi is done anyway. Now you have to find n cap, where n cap is equal to vector d divided by magnitude of vector d. Vector d, that is the direction vector which is given to you here, is 2I minus j minus 2k. So this is vector d, that is 2I minus j minus 2k divided by magnitude of this. Magnitude of this will be 2 square, which is 4, 1 square, which is 1, plus 2 square, which is 4. 4 plus 4, 8 plus 1, 9. So root 9, which is equal to 3. So I think you should get 2I minus j minus 2k divided by 3. So this is the value of n cap. Now let's calculate the value of directional derivative. So you can write, therefore the required directional derivative is, in some textbooks they have even written directional dd. dd denotes directional derivative. So required directional derivative is equal to del phi. dot product with n cap. Del phi at the given point is already calculated. It is 8i minus j cap minus 10 k cap. Then here I've already calculated what is n cap. N cap is 2i cap minus j cap minus 2k cap divided by 3. So let's calculate the dot product in the numerator. I think I get 8 into 2, 16, minus 1 into minus 1 should be plus 1, minus 10 into minus 2, that is plus 20 divided by 3. So 16 plus 1, 17, 17 plus 20, that is 37 divided by 3. So this is the value of the directional derivative for the given surface. This is one of the very important problems. Please learn it properly. Then the next problem, again, you have to find the directional derivative of this surface phi, and this is the direction vector here. So let's take the value of phi as xz divided by x square plus y square. What is del phi equal to? Dou phi by dou x I cap plus dou phi by dou y j cap plus dou phi by dou z k cap. So if you differentiate phi with respect to x, this is phi, z will be a constant because you are differentiating only with respect to x. So now you have to differentiate x by x square plus y square with respect to x. Y will be a constant here. So let's use quotient rule. In quotient rule, we square the denominator, so x square plus y square whole square. In the numerator, we write x square plus y square into differentiation of x with respect to x will be 1 minus x into differentiation of x square plus y square partially with respect to x. So that will give you 2x. Now, if you simplify this, you get x square plus y square minus 2x square. So one of the terms of x square will cancel. So I think you should get z into y square minus x square divided by x square plus y square whole square into I cap. So this is your first term. Then dou phi by dou y. Differentiate phi with respect to y. When you do that, xz or this numerator here will be a constant. So I have written xz here. Differentiate 1 by x square plus y square with respect to y partially. So what is the differentiation of 1 by x square plus y square? That will be equal to minus 1 by x square plus y square whole square into differentiation of x square plus y square with respect to y. Differentiation of x square plus y square with respect to only y will be equal to 2y. Xz is a constant here, I have already explained. So please note this step. When you differentiate phi with respect to y, xz is a constant, write it here. Differentiate 1 by x square plus y square. So you get 2y by x square plus y square whole square, of course with the negative sign. Then you differentiate phi with respect to z partially. In that case, x by x square plus y square is a constant because you are differentiating with respect to only z now, and differentiation of z with respect to z should be 1. Now del phi is here. After getting del phi, you get this as a value of del phi. You have to find the value of del phi at the point 1 minus 1 1, that is put x equal to 1, y is equal to minus 1 and z is equal to 1. So when you do that substitution here, please note the first term. In the first term you have y square, so minus 1 square which is plus 1, and x square, that is 1 square. So in the beginning, in the numerator itself, you can check that you get 1 minus 1 which is 0. So first term here becomes 0 I cap. Then next you have minus 2 into x is 1, y is minus 1, z is plus 1 divided by x square plus y square. So you get 1 plus 1, 2, 2 square is 4. Solve it, you should get half j cap. Then next you have plus x by x square plus y square. Put x as 1, y as minus 1. So if you solve this, you should get 1 by 2 k cap. So del phi is done now. They have given you the vector or the direction vector here as vector A. So the unit vector normal in this direction will be vector A divided by magnitude of vector A. Vector A here is I cap minus 2j cap plus k cap divided by its magnitude will be root of 1 plus 4 plus 1. So this will be root 6. Numerator is as usual. Then the required directional derivative will be del phi dot product with n cap. Del phi is here, that is 0i. Here I have not written, but I have taken here later on. So 0i cap plus half j cap plus half k cap dot product with n cap. N cap is here. I cap minus 2j cap plus k cap divided by root of 6. So 0 into 1, that is 0. Then half into minus 2. So that 1 by 2 and that 2 will cancel. I'll only get this minus 1 here, minus 1 divided by this root 6. So minus 1 by root 6. Then half multiplied with 1. So I get half. Then in the denominator I get root 6. So I get plus half into root 6. Now in these two terms, which is remaining here, 2 root 6 will be the common denominator. So take 2 root 6 into the denominator. Here what is missing here is 2 is missing. So you get minus 2 and plus 1. So you get minus 1 in the numerator. So this is the value of the directional derivative for the given surface.